Buried with a ring of promise. A young lady, let's call her Jen, went to a club one night. She had just gotten out of an engagement. She met a guy. She and the guy connected as if they've known each other for a lifetime. After the club, he wanted her to stay the night with him, and she said no, because she told her mother she would see her after the club. He said, "Okay, I'm going to follow you home to make sure you get there safe." Jen told him not to follow her because he's been drinking, and he needs to go home and sleep it off, and that they will get together the next day. Jen waited until he was distracted by his friends, then she left. Her mother lived about an hour away from the club. The rain was pouring, and about 45 minutes in her ride to her mom's house, she realized that a car was speeding up behind her, flashing their lights, as if telling her to pull over. She realized that it was the guy she met at the club. So she said she's not going to pull over where she's at, because it's dark. She's gonna wait until she come to a lighter part. So as she was driving, the guy drove around her, so now he's in front of her. As she's watching him driving in front of her, he sped up. Next thing you know, he lost control of his car and slammed into a tree head first. She stopped by the house where the tree was and ran to the door screaming for help. Someone answered the door, and she yelled saying call the ambulance. They brought her inside and found their bathroom. She ran in there and called her mother, crying and screaming about what happened. Her mother told her to get in the car and leave. By the time Jen got herself together to leave, the police was there. When she stepped outside, she saw the driver's seat. He went through the windshield and went headfirst in a tree. She said she can still remember the song that was playing on his stereo,
Follow Jamaican
because it was still playing after the crash. She told the police what happened, then she left. A week later, she felt like she was compelled to go to his funeral. She went to the funeral and sat at the back of the church. She said she started praying and telling the guy laying in the casket that they will be together forever and that she's sorry it had to end that way. Then she walked up to view the body. While viewing the body, she put the ring from her previous engagement next to his hand and told him they will be together forever, then left the church. This man was buried with her ring. Not to mention he died right after telling her he's going to follow her home to make sure she get home safe. Ever since then, all her relationships been bad. That man became a full-blown spiritual spouse, plaguing her life until she gets deliverance. Check out the playlist below.